The Bixpy N-3 is the newest electric outboard offering on the market, and today, after using it on multiple vessels, taking it out on different fishing trips, and really giving it the ringer and kind of, seeing what it's made of, I'm gonna give you my final review. I have some pros, I have some cons, some little quirks that I don't like about the motor, but overall, I think it's a pretty awesome offering. So, like I said, this is the Bixpy N-3, the newest 3 horsepower on the market. And what is interesting, if by the end of this video you decide that you want it, it is actually sold by Tiny Boat Nation and other people as well, but Tiny Boat Nation is a company that I work with. Well, anything on their website, I have a 5% coupon code Greyson Roberts. So right there, if you decide that you want it and you buy it through Tiny Boat Nation, you'll save 5%, which adds up because these things aren't cheap. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, it's over 100 degrees. It's 4th of July. I'm sitting on this island right now, and we're just gonna kind of take it out. I'm gonna talk about its quirks and features, and we're gonna go catch a couple fish, have a good time, and talk about the motor. Now, while we're down here, I have a well, let's just go ahead and talk about some of the features here. So you've got the trim right here, which is pretty awesome. The only downside is on my John boat, my Sun Dolphin American 12, the transom angle is so extreme that even this hole doesn't keep this cavitation plate parallel with the water, especially when you're underway. So basically that means that even at the highest trim setting, it's not running right on the John boat. That's more of a John boat issue because my gas Honda 5 horsepower has that, but just note that it has less trim options than my gas. This little knob right here is your steering friction, which is actually pretty cool. This is a little knob right here where you can pull it or set it down. This is going to be your kind of shallow water deal. So if you run aground like we are now, it's going to pop the motor up, or you can stick it down and it won't pop up when you hit shallow water, and it also won't fly up on you when you hit reverse, which we'll talk about. Okay, so this is actually how you trim the motor up and out of the water. As you can see, there's a little knob right there, and this is the only part of the motor really that drives me up a wall, dude. And there's one on this side. Now, I know what you think, Grayson, that ain't a big deal, except for when it takes 2 hands to trim this freaking thing up. Whenever I'm grabbing it right here and I'm trying to pull it out of the water, I'll try to give you an example. This arm also doesn't lock up or down in the proper way I'd like it to, which is not a huge deal. Okay, so look at this. Usually you have one hand, right? So you're doing it. Okay, so now I have to use my GoPro to push. Come on, dude. Come on. I can't get it. There it goes, there it goes. Okay, so that's one. So the entire weight of this motor, which is about 45, 50-ish pounds, is on that one little knob. And then you can go onto the other side, but you can't push it in. You once again have to go in and use 2 hands to trim it up. Versus my gas outboard, well, all I do is I grab the back of the cowling, it goes clonk, clonk, and it locks. And then when I want to undo it, it does take 2 hands. I lift up, pull the tab with my left hand, and it goes right back down. But this you have to trim up with 2 hands and basically do it twice. So I do not like that. Let's see if I can even, all right, I'm gonna have to use my fingers, pull it up, and then go back down. So not a huge fan of that feature, but that's really the only gripe I have with it. It's also extremely easy to use because it has a built-in battery. So check this out. The battery, it floats. It's a floating battery, which means of course it's waterproof. So it's IP67 rating. So that means if you drop this thing in here, it's waterproof, it's not gonna hurt it, and it's gonna float. And I also really like these quick connect terminals. So you pull it off, and if you wanna take the actual motor off, all you do is grab right here, lift this up, and it's done. It's an extremely simple machine. Check out how easy this is to hook it back up. All you do is drop that battery on there, and boom, that's connected. That's connected, you hit the power button, and you're good to go. It is that simple. You gotta love stuff that just flat out works, baby. And I love it. Also, the transom mounts are nice, high quality. This is plastic right here, but I'm pretty sure it's also plastic on my Honda gas outboard as well. That's pretty standard. It keeps the whole package lightweight. It is plastic, but it's that high-end durable marine grade plastic. And you've got a nice big cavitation plate down there, a large 2-blade propeller, and overall, the build quality is good at only being 45 pounds. All right, I think we need to push this sucker in and give her a rip, huh? It's just kind of dragging in the sand. I'd lift it up, but it's such a pain in the butt to do. Oh. All right. And here's how you fire it up. Make sure that kill switch is in there. And you can also have a light if you want to backlight it if it's dark. So this is another thing right here we'll get into, is the torque is ridiculous. And if you don't have it locked, so basically shallow water mode, when you hit shallow water, it pops up. If you don't have it locked down to where it doesn't do that, and you hit reverse too fast, it pops out of the water like that. Look at that. Whoop. So that is why sometimes you may want to if you're in deeper water. All right, we got a boat coming. The torque is nuts on this thing. It's like instant full speed. All right, I'm going to pull up my phone and we are going to do a quick speed test. Holy smokes. I thought we were only doing like 5 to 6, but we're doing 6 to 7. And that wind's picking up. All right, that looks like we're around just under 6 miles an hour. Not bad because this hole is not that fast. Wow. 6.5, it's faster than the John boat. Wow. I need to know if this thing can fish. You know, a gas outboard is too loud, it's too noisy, it spooks the fish. You have to have a trolling motor. Well, I didn't put a trolling motor on today. So I'm going to see if I can use this like an outboard, which I can, but I'm also going to see if I can actually use it and maneuver like a trolling motor and catch a fish. So of course we gotta see if it passes the fish catching test, dude. What are you talking about? It is definitely fast enough. And this is a big body of water. Where I'm going next month, dude, the bodies of water shrink big time. And this will make way more sense. Now, will I still use my gas because I like to go super fast? Probably. Honestly, I like to go fast. Something else, honestly, I was kind of worried about was the range. You know, range anxiety is a real thing with electric outboards. I've been using this. This is my second trip out with it, and we're still at 68%. Now, I've been running wide open for a mile now, but I don't usually. You know, sometimes I slow down and sometimes I stop and make micro adjustments while I'm fishing. But second trip out, we're not even halfway, and most of the time, like I said, I rip wide open. So yeah, I've not noticed range actually being an issue. Okay, so basically I motored. I just smashed in here, dude. I wasn't feathering it, I wasn't going slow, full speed, because I do want to see if there are any fish in the area. Oh, I didn't spook a single one, dude. First cast right in front of the boat. I couldn't even make that up if I tried, dude. No way. No way. I didn't spook a soul. That is so awesome. Little tiny guy, dude. I was just saying, if there are fish here and I catch one, that proves how quiet this is compared to a gas, because I didn't spook that guy at all. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Dang, I didn't bring a net, I didn't bring anything. I was expecting to catch like one fish just to pass the fishing test, but that's insane. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. You're joking me. You're joking me. Get up in here, pumpkin. Get up in here, dude. No. Nope. Stay out of the boat, stay out of the boat, stay out of the boat. Sorry, buddy. Get in there. All right, I didn't spook squat. Well, it passed the initial test of not spooking fish. Let's see if I can delicately maneuver around. Yeah, I mean, we're barely on the throttle. Even barely on the throttle, you're still like max speed of a trolling motor, but you know, going 2-3 miles an hour, that's not bad at all. All right, I do want to try forward. Whoop, ease it off there. All right, if you barely turn on the motor at all, we're going probably 1 to 2 miles per hour. And it says I can do this for 23 hours and 57 minutes. Oh, got him. Yeah, there he is. Ooh, is he a little bigger or is he just spunky? Oh, he's swimming towards me. Come on, buddy. Yeah, this guy might actually be a little bigger. Maybe. Yeah, he is a little bigger, a little different school coming up in here. Heck yeah. We ain't spooking diddly squat up in here. Still small, a little bigger though. All right, we are doing a motor review, not a fishing video. If you'd like to check out my fishing channel, you sure can. I'll link it in the description. Yeah, I'd say it passed the fishing test pretty good. The vibration and noise test about spooking fish. the most scientific one on YouTube, of course. And honestly, there's not a whole lot to say about it. It's plug and play. It works forward, reverse, shallow water modes, or you can lock it down if you don't want it to pop up when you gun it in reverse. I mean, you've got the data cable, you've got the power cable, you've got the screen. It goes 6 to 7 miles per hour, and it just flat works, dude. Like, it's just reviewing products that work, reviewing products as simple and maintenance-free and just easy is kind of boring. Because the thing, it just freaking works. I mean, there's not much to it. I definitely recommend the Bixpy N-3, and better yet, I have a discount code. If you click the link in the description or go to tinyboatnation.com and type in Greyson Roberts at checkout, you'll get 5% off, which it adds up when a motor is pretty expensive. You can also get 5% off of the Fish Gift 16 and anything else on tinyboatnation.com. Or of course you can buy it through Bixpy, but I don't have a discount code for Bixpy. Buy it wherever you want, but my discount code only works on Tiny Boat Nation, so. Anyway, folks, absolutely love it. 5 out of 5 stars. Whoa, 4 out of 5 stars. We gotta forget about that trimming up feature that is pretty important that I'm not a huge fan of. But other than that, thanks for hanging out on today's adventure. As always, tight lines and God bless.